Hey y'all, welcome to Tree Church of Sound, where we believe music can change the world. Today we got special guests, Honorable C Note and Peezy Main, aka Lil Pat. Let's get into it. What do we do with the signal generators right there?
We just turned them on so that we could check that we had outputs 1 through 32 coming back from the Aurora.
Okay.
And we do. So that's all good. You know, back in the day, you had to use a signal generator essentially every day because you were aligning tape machines. So when you do your record alignment, you send signal from the console to the tape machine and you set up your record levels. For playback, you're using your reference tape, your MRL, magnetic laboratory reference tape. And so that's what we just did, essentially. We just put a signal generator on every channel just so we could see 500 hertz coming back, which is less irritating than 1K. So back in the day, that was real common, and it was because we were using the whole console, or using most of it, pretty much wanted to know that every channel was working and that they all matched, right? That you didn't, if you're listening to a tone if you're listening to the same tone on each channel, it should sound exactly the fucking same on each channel. If it doesn't, there's a problem.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so since we don't align tape machines anymore, that's kind of a thing that people don't, it's not a tool that's very often used because you don't need to align Pro Tools in that way.
Right? You just showed me the other day that was a good way to balance your monitors too.
That's
like
right.
Make sure your left and right speakers are the same.
That's right. In your studio at home. That's right. You definitely were having issues, and I was going, that's not, you can hear it when you have 1K or 500 or something that's steady, and you put it on a left and right sides, it should be identical, right? And
Absolutely.
if there's a level difference, it'll sound different. If the speakers aren't pointed properly, you'll notice it more.
Yeah, I downloaded an app called Decibel X, I think, and it read the decibel level, and so I had it read it to like 80 decibels. Yeah. And then, turn that speaker off, like you said.
You can do that too, or you could just get I like Fuzz Measure, which is not super expensive, and there's free versions of something like that. Yeah, I mean, using a tone generator is a, age-old troubleshooting tool.
Absolutely.
I even have little handheld ones that I use that do the same thing. It'll do a tone, or it'll sweep the frequencies across, and you just plug it into a patch bay or something, and you can, use it for a room or for tuning speakers or whatever.
Nice.
The one I got is made by Neutrik. I can't remember the model, but it's really cool.
When I first got my new sub, it was too far in front. And so it's like the sub signal was hitting me before the main signal was hitting me.
Right. So it wasn't time aligned. Yeah.
I watched the video and it was like, have the speakers parallel in a parallel plane. Unless you're going to phase adjust.
Start with them in the same place and then adjust accordingly, right?
Absolutely. There's a way you can delay it if you can't fix it.
Yeah.
But they're like, just fix it.
Yeah, like most of our crossovers in here, we're using XTA crossovers and EQs in this room. It's a single space, kind of a modern digital crossover / EQ. And it has built-in ability to delay signals. Tell you what I like to do. I like to have my mains and my smaller monitors almost identically lined up so that when I'm switching back and forth, the sweet spot is staying the same.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't like the sweet spot for the mains to be further back. I like it all pointed at the same spot. So when I'm going from one set of monitors to another, I'm hearing the same stereo image. Everything is pretty much the same. I'm just changing speakers.
Absolutely.
And to me, that's just, if you're going to be in a control room, you want it to be accurate for the person making the decisions. In this case here, this is, George Augsburger designed this room and obviously his speakers. And they're set up so that the sweet spot is pretty much right here. So it's really, I think it's really cool when you can switch from like NS10s to Augsburgers and there's not this giant crazy jump in image and everything else. It's just everything is pretty much staying central like it needs to be. So
Absolutely. And I think that's important to mix in, and it's also important to produce in too, right? Because it's like, how do you know whether your frequencies are right, if your kick is sitting right with your bass?
Yeah,
if you don't know it's right, then you try to just give it to the mix engineer, and they're like, what am I gonna, It's a mess in the bottom,
Yeah, exactly. It's better to have an accurate listening spot. I mean, this room, because I think it's really one of the more accurate studios that I've worked in.
Absolutely.
I think that's why it's been able to make so many hit records for decades, because it's accurate, and the other part of being accurate is how it translates to the world. So translating is another thing. Like, you're hearing it in here. Like, you can go into a studio where it sounds amazing, and you're like, wow, this shit sounds amazing. But when you get somewhere else, it doesn't sound that way, right?
Yeah.
That becomes a problem. That's an accuracy issue. If rooms aren't properly tuned and the speakers aren't accurate, and what you're hearing isn't really what's going to go out to the world, then it doesn't translate. And so you're just kind of like, wow, man, it sounded great in the studio, but I can't get it to sound good outside of the studio. Very common problem. And that's one of the reasons people use like tiny little speakers like NS10s or something like that, because they're going, well, at some point, people aren't going to have 4 18-inch subs and giant Augsburgers in their room, most likely. And so they're going to be listening to it on a phone, on a laptop, on a car stereo, on some other not as good set of speakers, right? It's always important to reference on tiny speakers. We used to do, I haven't seen this for a while, but we used to have the mono, it's called an oratone. We used to call them the horatone. The horatone, right? So we used to keep a mono horatone right in the middle. And that was always a reference. You would go, it's got to sound good on that too. It's got to be across the board.
That's awesome.
The
Mix
other
Bali
thing,
used that technique. He actually mixed the Summer Walker album up here.
Really? There you go.
Yep, they mixed that here a couple months ago.
Okay. Yeah. And so that was a very common practice.
Thing was using that, doing most of his mixing mono on that, and then working out after that.
Because that's what the phone's going to sound like.
Can we please dispel all the stuff I hear about Quincy Jones when people say, Quincy Jones didn't play an instrument, but he was a producer? Can people please stop saying that? I see people post memes about, bro, he was a world-class trumpeter at the age of 14. Come on, stop saying Quincy Jones didn't play instruments. What is this?
Stop. Let me clear this up for you right now. It's a lot of musicians, beat players call themselves producers, and they're not. Just bottom line. Making a beat don't call you a producer, my nigga.
What's the difference to you?
A producer can walk in a room full of musicians, give them a vibe, walk out the room, come back, the vibe ain't right, give it directions, walk right back out the room. All right, vibe right. You got a vibe going right, you got a concept. Then that's when if you got writers, you get with them. They ain't right. Back to the drawing board. Soon as you got it, then you get with the artist. That's if he's getting writers or not. You know what I'm saying? You create that vibe with him all the way down till you got your record.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Till you got your record.
The producer is getting the song done. The beat maker is just programming
from A to
the beat.
Z. Right. From A to Z.
Create.
From A to Z.
That nigga gotta create. He ain't gotta touch the beat, but if he can find the right shit. You know what I'm saying? A producer don't have to touch it. Don't have to
No.
the fucking beat.
No, you just got to have an ear of what he want to hear.
What he want to hear and know how to bring it.
And know how to get it. And know exactly how to get it.
I think Rick Rubin is a great example of that, right? Like he was programming early, but later on you just see him like laying on the couch in sessions. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, kind of coming and going. And it's like you said, he's coming to vibe check and make sure.
Everybody ain't got the ear and everybody ain't got the vision.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You can be the great. Have you ever heard of somebody that was classically trained, can move their fingers, muscle memory, doing all and can't make their own shit?
Bro.
They can only pay other
that
people
type of shit. Right.
Bro, I talk about this all the time. People that can't compose.
But yeah, you can't compose, but you're a great, like I can use you.
You can recite. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't really compose for yourself, but me personally, I can use you. Instead of going right here, go down here. Instead of doing this, go over here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or you doing too much.
Exactly.
You gotta be able to let motherfuckers.
You gotta be able to dictate.
And that's a real producer working with a musician who may not have instincts that are going to actually make the track better, but the musicianship is there and getting out the best from them. Yeah. You know, just like a vocalist, right?
Musicians are just like some of them. I can't say all of them, but I'm like little kids, man. They want to show you that they don't train 900 million hours and they go, I don't need all that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Dumb it down for me. And we can get to that later, man. You can show me that shit later. Some basic shit that I can fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
I think spacing is so important, right? You know, like making sure there's space.
Yeah.
You can play like a quick burst of notes, but if you play the whole do it just sounds.
Man, these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, space is everything.
That
just go.
They just gone. But yeah, you gotta be able to take that.
You gotta be tasteful with what you play.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of niggas think they slick too, man. I'm gonna put that shit on the floor. Older niggas that we looked up to was using the presets from the rolling.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
1080?
Yeah, the rolling 1080 motherfuckers. Going through some of them presets, man. We heard that shit. You motherfuckers walking around here with y'all head in there, man. We heard the motherfucking presets, nigga. We building this shit.
But you know what I'm saying?
I heard that shit.
But you know what I'm saying? Though, but the 1080 was hard as fuck though. If that's the only thing you're gonna use it for, you know what I'm saying? That says a lot.
Yeah.
I made basses out of 1080. Like booms, motherfucker, like straight up.
Yeah. I did that with the Motif 6. My whole beginning, my coming down here was with a Motif 6. I came down here with $100, a pair of pants, and a Motif 6.
There you go.
I used to sample on that bitch. It used to take 20 minutes to chop up a sample on that ugly motherfucker. That Motif 6, man, used to have, but I was just going through some, hey, you know they got something called QNAP, these hard drives that can back up all your old shit. So from 2005, I had beats, it's all on my QNAP now, and I can access that shit from my phone right now.
That's crazy.
While it's at my crib.
Ah, that's dope.
I gotta check that out. You said QNAP?
QNAP.
Nap.
QNAP.
QNAP. Okay.
Yeah, QNAP. So I back up all my shit now. And all my old drives. It's in the vault now. I got all my shit. Go on my phone.
Look at the log. How much space it get? How much space it get?
20 terabytes, but you can go up to 100.
Shit, that's enough. 20 is enough.
20 is enough.
All right, Peezy. So I wanted to ask you about one of my favorite songs. Sipping on Some Scissor. I think it's definitely one of the greatest songs in rap history.
Yeah.
Can't even just say it's a Southern classic. It's a hip-hop classic. Just a classic period of music, you know? It's like up there with the great country songs of all time, you know? It's like, you know, like for real, bro. You know, it's like, there's on the level if you had like 100 songs to listen to of all genres, Sipping on Some Syrup would be on that 100 list. For sure, absolutely, bro. Give me 100 songs of any genre, Sipping on Some Scissor is definitely on there. So I would love to hear about your process. I know you actually went and worked with Pimp C there. You know, I don't know if you can elaborate on your role, kind of what you're doing at the time.
That was dope.
What your role was there, what it was like. I know y'all actually did it in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, we actually did it. Crazy thing. Titans at the Super Bowl.
Oh shit.
We coming in this motherfucker on black ice. Oh my God.
Yeah, Atlanta ice is so bad too.
Nigga was driving random, approach the black ice, right? We got the slide.
Who were you riding with?
Me, Paul, Juicy.
DJ Paul and Juicy J, for everybody out there.
And maybe another dude that was driving, maybe a couple of bitches, I don't know. But we okay, we started sliding. Spin to the right when we went over a bridge. So we spin to the right, start spinning to the left, across the median into oncoming traffic with a 18-wheeler coming at full throttle at a nigga. Yes. So when the truck stopped, we got out the truck. We realized there's another truck coming down fast as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how far we was to the edge. So nigga pulled the truck up. Nigga pulled the truck up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Truck didn't get hit. You hear the truck going, yeah, blowing the horn like a motherfucker. But all right, get through all that shit. Get to Pimp's house. Smoking, shit like that, just kind of warming up, whatnot. Take us to the studio. So get to the studio, right? I get in the studio, right? We was using DA88s at the time. So I go ahead, load up, you know what I'm saying, put time in, all this old type of shit. You know what I'm saying, get the song queued up, whatnot. And I'm looking like how they had it routed. I'm like, how you recording this motherfucker? So when I went in and just hit the record button and did a test, oh shit, oh Pimp, you got this, whoever did this got this shit all wrong. So I say maybe about 5-10 minutes, solved the problem, had the sync running. Back in them days, you know what I'm saying, if you using MPCs and shit like that there, you had to run a SMPTE track. Yeah. So the SMPTE track went to the MPC, but you had to print it. You had to print it like from the time of the song, or you print it from beginning to end. You just kind of put the time in where you wanted to catch it. And so I had to route that as well. Cause soon as you put our tapes in, you get to the last track, you hear this tone. Yeah. You're hearing that tone because it's not it's not a loop connection. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to print it on tape. But the output of the tape, but the input and output of the tape on that track shouldn't come from the console at all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going into the MP, out of the MP. So that chain never is broken, right. But it's never put in the realm of the mix console. So when he heard that, he was like, what the fuck? So when I went in and switched that, he's like, oh, that's how they be doing this shit. I told that, you know what I'm saying, that's Pimp, you know what I'm saying? I told that dude he was doing this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, P, you called the motherfucker. You know, back then, it was calling me Lil Pat. Man, he was like, man, Paul, man, that nigga, that cold, man. That man, I swear. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a cold ass co-sign right there.
And I think at this time, Bond hadn't pulled up yet. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, it's Super Bowl. Remember it's Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? And it was snowing down this bitch. So Pimp already had a table full of weed and shit, you know what I'm saying? All this other bullshit. I finally get the song pulled up. They playing it. Because the only thing we had was the hook on the song, you know what I'm saying? The only thing we had was the hook on the song. Yeah, I forgot, Project Pat was with us too. Pimp started off anyway. I seen you do this. I'm gonna see how cold you will. I said, man, Pimp, you ain't talking about shit going in there. I finna have your ass out the booth in 10 minutes. Watch. So we warmed up, did one line, right? He was like, I'm ready now. I said, you don't want to hear that? That was a perfect run. He said, you recorded that? I said, yeah, I recorded that. He said, play it back. So I played it back. He was like, damn, I don't know what you did, but you did it quick, you know what I'm saying? You had me right fast. You know, I like that pass and it sound like me, it's real, but let's do another one. Did that, ad-libs, he was out of there.
Y'all was using ADAS back then?
Now we using DAs. Now we using the ADAS. ADAS was the shit that like VHS shit. We was using like the digital age shit, the smaller shit.
Oh, the little.
Not the ADAS, not the DAT. Not the
DAT machine.
8mm. Tascam. After they did the VHS shit, they sized that shit down to 8mm, high 8. And that's what the tape was. It was high 8 video tape. And that's what they was using in the Tascam machines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what. No, I wasn't cutting.
Talking about the little thick tapes. Them was DATs.
No, I ain't talking about the DATs. I know what you talking about. The DATs like a little small square.
Yeah, like a little square tape.
Little square tape. Yeah, them DATs. Now these was a little bit bigger than that. They was just a little bit bigger than that. They was probably something about like that there, about that thick. Yeah, they was just high.
I ain't never seen them.
Shit, you seen the Tascam machines? That's what they was running on.
The high 8s?
They was running on high 8s.
Well, we was using ADATs.
Y'all using the leases.
Yep.
Y'all was using leases. That what that came from.
I thought everybody was using Elisa's. I didn't even know Tascam had their own.
Yeah, Tascam had
Damn.
But
So can you talk a little bit about the creation of it? Because I love, bro. I know the story, so I just would love to hear him retell it to y'all. You know, and I'm sure. And I got some details on the last one that I didn't even know. So this is fun for me, bro. Like this is a pleasure to be here with both of y'all.
damn.
So I know you are a big fan of Marvin Gaye's. Is it in our lifetime or in my lifetime? One is the 8 Ball MJG album. I always get it confused.
Yeah, see, they hear my in my lifetime.
Hear My Dear is the
yeah,
album.
that is Hear My Dear. Now, 8 Ball took some samples off in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, right. The artist pays the price and all that.
Yeah, that was in our lifetime. That was in our lifetime. Hear My Dear had some shit on that.
Hear My Dear had Is That Enough?
Yeah.
Right.
How the song came about. The thing about it, about what we was creating it, only thing I had, not so much to go by, but what I used was a click track and a bass player. Eric Garris. Eric Garris is the first young, he was a teenager playing the guitar on Arsenio Hall show. Left-handed. They call him Baby Jimmy.
A lefty.
A lefty. Cold motherfucker. Cold. Right now, he's just not just getting his flowers, you know what I'm saying? He had a rock and roll though, but I love that nigga. I call him every chance I get, you know what I mean? I don't like the harmonics and everything came from him. Once I had a good tone on him and sampled him, that's the only thing I needed. You know, he kept playing through it, but I just got just one good one. The MPC had it timed and shit. Then I went the groove box to get the little plug sound though, but I also sampled the beginning of that song too, the synth that was in it. The way the song started off is just a synth wave. Just
that low
off.
saw.
Right, yeah, just low saw wave. So so I sampled that.
Yeah.
And chopped that in the beginning of the record. Then so nobody know what it was till it went to this normal note, and when the song kicked in, everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Actually getting the bass, that pluck, all the other little roll shits that was going on with it, then the beat came with it. You know what I'm saying? And that was that.
Hard.
Hey, it's a classic, man. Classic, bro.
Legendary.
Legendary. I gotta get one more story, bro. Chicken Head, bro. I gotta hear the story behind Chicken Head, bro.
Chicken Head was actually made on a tour bus. And recorded it, came back to the crib. I had this little rolling, I don't know what the fuck, it was a 16-track digital record at the time. But I had to sync the 2-track and just had everybody recorded and shit. But I had to go back to the crib and sync it to all the other shit and dump it. We had maybe like a 24-hour or some break. You know what I'm saying? We got back to Memphis, went straight to the studio, cut whatever extra we needed to cut, mixed it, sent it off from master, and was back on the bus the same night.
Damn, that quick.
That fucking fast. For real, that
That's
shit.
so
like,
hard.
I mean, like, but you know what I'm saying though. But back in them days, you know what I'm saying, you had to be a Dexter Laboratory type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, to pull shit like that off on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't this plug a driver up and push a couple of buttons, you good. It ain't that, no.
Nah, you gotta really know your shit.
Nah. Ain't no free Fruit Loop packs and all that.
None of that shit.
Keyboards $3,000. Drum machine $4,000. You know what I'm saying? Set of speakers gonna cost you $2,500. You want a good
You had
pair.
to be some money.
You know what I'm saying? You need plenty of shit. To even explore the craft. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because you're saying made the beat on the tour bus, and today, like with the MPC Live 2, you could just do it all right there in it with the speaker. You know, it's so easy and accessible. But to pull off making beats on a tour bus back then, like you're saying, you're talking at least 10, 12, 15 grand, probably plus.
Right now, my shit is unlimited. Like, you can do damn near anything that comes to your mind, you can do. But back then, motherfuckers had the Lindrum, they had, you know what I'm saying? They had certain shit was just, you had to get good at using that motherfucker. Like when I had the DR5, I had to get just good at using that shit. Like that's the only thing I could afford at the time.
Yeah.
You know what was hard about the DR5? The chords. Just butt down right here and go up here and play the chords. The motherfucker had the chords for you already.
So I got one good ASR question.
ASR. Oh shit, go ahead.
Can we talk about One Life to Live? One of my favorite joints from you, bro.
crazy as hell. I made that motherfucker from my bed. Went to sleep making it. I woke up, headphones still playing it. But at this point in time, I had it programmed pretty much, like verselets and all this other type of shit. She's still playing it. So, get up, go take a shower, all this other type of shit. By this time, I turned it off. I go back, turn it back on. As I was getting dressed, I turned it on like I was putting my shoes on. I just threw it all the way down. I called Paul. I said, I got something that's gonna smash skin it right away. He said, when you do it? I said, I did it last night. You know what I'm saying? I went to sleep on it, woke up to it. He said, that motherfucker hard. I said, I'm playing when I see it.
Yeah, you know something hard when a motherfucker say something like that. I'm playing when I see. Yeah, go ahead, dude.
I said, I'm playing when I see it. And just so it happened, skin was in that motherfucker. And man, he heard that motherfucker, wasn't even like 30 seconds into it. He like, I got one life to live, it's me. I'm smoking all that stress weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? And your boys' MO is like, you had a hard joint, they was gonna throw it on the radio and shit. You know them niggas hop clean on it. Good and a smart move, you know what I'm saying? That's businessman shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I can't do but take my hands off to him for that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, if it works, if it wins, it works.
You ready to get through the jam?
Yeah, we can do it.
You clean that up, you know what I'm saying?
Just gonna speed that up.
Yeah. Don't sleep on me, my boy.
I was about to say, dog.
Don't sleep on your boy on the P, man.
Yeah, dog. I use MPC, but I never used the MPC DAW. That's super dope.
Yeah, I like it, man, once they get their shit together. They be tripping sometimes, I ain't gonna lie.
That first note you remember that first note you're doing? When you go back to the doom. Yeah, just one. Just this one. The boom was off or some shit.
One of them was off. I was thinking about taking the kick out or taking the. It might be clashing with one of those bass notes and a sample. So I was thinking about probably taking rolling some of the low off of it.
Yeah, we're talking about the kick.
No, the sample.
Of the sample.
Yeah, hold on, let me do it real quick.
I think you see. I think you're number like a step, a half step off on that note.
It was off. I think I done beat my eardrums to death. Sometimes I be off. I done beat them bitches to death. I can't really register. I be having to go up high to register the notes. I can't register the low ones no more. I think I done beat my shit to death. I need that keyboard.
That shit's going crazy.
Yes, sir. Fuck, I can do that. That's add on to that add to this shit. I'll put the feedback on some motherfucking high.
That feedback.
That motherfucker.
They got a 30-second reverb, you know.
Man, what 30 minutes?
Well, I put the feedback so high on the bitch. It'll clash on the loop.
Nah, I get it, but god damn.
Honorable Sino.
Yeah, I'm done. I ain't doing no more.
Hey, dog, that was super hard, bro. Super hard,
Yeah, man.
bro. Going crazy, man. Thank you for
that's
coming through and jamming, bro.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
super
one
hard.
time for the one time.
Bro, this is one of my great joys to be able to watch my homies cook up. And my homies are legends, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, for sure,
like
man.
y'all are for real, bro. Like really have like helped shape the sound of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, and continue to every day. You know, so I think y'all's longevity in the game is a test. What do y'all attribute y'all's longevity to? Because I would say you probably have some of the most amount of songs released of any producer.
Yeah.
You got like thousands out.
It's just
And likewise with you. So what would y'all say is the key to your longevity?
I treat it like a job every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm working every day. It's like another, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't here, I'd be at the crib probably making beats before I leave and go do whatever I want to do. I really treat it like a job. It ain't no different. Like I wake up early in the morning, probably practice something I need to get better at, and you know what I'm saying? This ain't like the NBA, man. This ain't the older you get, the weaker you get. You know what I'm saying? You refine in time. Like if this is what you do, you get better in time. Like you know what I'm saying? You start noticing better shit. That's only if you get caught up in the hoopla. That's what I call it, the hoopla. What motherfuckers say against you, you know, that'll probably eat you up if you're weak-minded. But if you're strong-minded, you know to get up and this is an everyday grind. This is what we do. Like I really do this for a living. Why not learn the piano? Why not learn what an LFO do? Why not learn about modular? Like why not? Like if Quincy Jones was found Michael Jackson at 50, or they started making music at 50, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm on the right path. Shit. Yeah. And you're making money off of what you do for a living? Like, what you complaining about? This what you do for a living? That's how I look at it. Like, you know, it's like, it's just what I do.
Hell yeah.
And you got legends like Peezy, man. That shit.
No, I mean, well, no, you gotta say the same thing though, but man, it's like I say my longevity is with the vast gap. I would say to be able to pass on, be able to not only inspire but to teach. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit these young niggas don't know about and they just full steam. You know what I'm saying? And this is one little thing they probably miss. You know what I'm saying? It will make them break their fucking career. You know what I'm saying? Have the biggest song ever. Heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the knowledge and don't be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Take control of your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Regardless what it's gonna cost you. You know what I'm saying? Because giving your shit away and not getting nothing from it, everybody getting paid. That's the worst, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst. So I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just strengthen yourself. You know what I'm saying? Build your brand and make sure all your T's and I's is dotted and crossed. Real shit.
You know, when I say it's a job, that means it's just like, yeah, of course a nigga love what he do, but a job is like, this is what I do every day. Like, even if I wasn't getting paid, I'd be doing this shit. But what
You're
I'm
not treating
saying
it like
is
a hobby.
It's just what it is. It's
Right,
what I am.
It's right. It's no
You know what I'm saying?
It's just a nigga way of life.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm
It's a
saying?
way of life.
It's a way of life, a way
Better
to
speaking.
breathe and
Yeah.
Eat this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then you got my pa. He in the back, looking ugly, but he's ready.
Yeah. So what'd you think about the process? What'd y'all think about the process of just how we whipped up from scratch and, you know what I'm saying, sampling it?
Oh, fun, man.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, that's what's so fun about it. Like you don't know what's gonna come out of anything. You just go in there with a positive mind, like, you know, shit. Anything I touch, I'm a kid. I always think like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Like, make sure. That's why I do like sampling, because you don't know what's gonna come out of it.
Right,
Like,
it's
you
so
really
random. Yeah.
don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like digging for the gold. I kind of feel like, so it's like.
I think both of y'all do a great job of pushing music, sonics, culture forward with your music. I don't think a lot of people really challenge themselves to come up with a new sound or, like you say, learn what an LFO is. Or, you know, a lot of people are content just using, again, not to hate on Omnisphere, but you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people just open up Omnisphere, pick a preset, they add a couple sounds, and then they wonder why this stuff isn't really, like, cut through like that.
You know what I'm saying? Especially that little orb shit. You just got to know what the fuck you doing with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna feel crazy, but
It's dumb, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just like sticking with a preset. You know what I'm saying? Like people aren't really like you're not just
I'm
gonna push
not
culture,
happy
just
with
open
it.
up with a preset.
I'm not really. I don't really be happy with no presets anymore, because, for the simple fact, one of my pet peeve is like you'll use a preset on the beat that's popping, and it's a motherfucker that just be in there. Oh yeah, that's the Omni 5 patch. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, motherfucker, like.
And then everybody's using it, you know?
You know,
That's definitely
But
happened
it's
before.
good to find a way to disguise, you know what I'm saying, regardless if it's through, you know what I'm saying, effects afterwards or just, you know what I'm saying, just tweaking the sound, man, you know what I'm saying? You can take a preset and turn it to your set. Ain't nobody got that set but you that can't call it.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
then
like.
I would just say how much just like being experimental play into y'all's process, you know? Because I see a lot of people that 100% they already know what they're gonna do before they even do it, and that's just
I don't
boring.
know what I'm gonna do, bro. I just know I'm gonna get in here and, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got, like, all my drum programs is like 2 gigs of drums. I don't know what drum gonna sound right on what. I don't have a set 808, a set kick. Sometimes I have a drum program just full of kicks. Whatever kick sound right, you know, with the frequency of the beat I'm gonna use, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Some people just, they press a button and it's the drum. And, you know what I'm saying? They press a button, it's the same drums, you know what I'm saying? But no, I don't, you know. I really like experimenting. It's like one of my things that I really like doing.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate both y'all being on the show. This was a good time, man. I think we created a classic. I can't wait to see what artist hops on this beat, you know. Definitely getting shopped out. Somebody gonna get on there.
You gotta do something with it, right?
Yeah.
Gotta do something with that. That's gonna be hard. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, you seen them clean the
Seen them make that
You
shit.
seen them make that shit. That's good though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we love showing y'all the process and letting y'all see behind the scenes and how it's created. You know, again, I think a lot of people just stay in the box. And I think today we showed, like, if you hop outside the box and just try something different, put different people in the room, you know, like how you hopped over the keys and everybody was just hopping around. It was like, it's just dope, you know?
yeah.
It's dope seeing everybody just create something that they wouldn't have just made on their own.
Yeah.
You know, like that would have never happened if we didn't all come together. Like
Yeah, the power of collaboration, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peezy, he tipped it in on the beat. Yeah, nigga, you a half note off. Nigga, I can't hear it, nigga.
Yo, told that ass couldn't hear it.
You a half note off, young nigga. All right, man.
Still, you
Fine.
couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it, though.
No, I can't.
That's the whole
I
thing,
told
you
you,
couldn't hear
man,
it. You couldn't
like
hear
my
it.
808s be so loud, man. And I think it'll knock the frequency of the low. I gotta go all the way up and find the pitch on the high, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody say that, like, when I make a beat, nigga, you a half step. Well, fuck it. It sounds good to me, nigga.
Get the tweaking, you get that wave.
Yeah, that fuck. Be mad as hell. I hear that with the big ass speakers. Yeah, if it's a sub in the room, I can't really hear. I can't register the low because I don't know if it's the vibration or something, but it don't register
I don't know.
to me no more.
I guess I'm just trained.
Yeah, you trained for
I
sure.
guess I'm just trained. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just like check it.
I have to go up like, but usually what I do after I lay the 808, I go up and I'll go up an octave and make sure that I'm, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
a lot of people do it. Because sometimes that low end, when it get low, it get kind of.
You can't hear it.
It get deceived.
It don't register.
Right?
Yeah, it do.
Yeah,
It's deceived, man. It deceive me every day. I get deceived like a motherfucker.
Ain't nothing wrong with the cheek.
That's why I be, yeah, that's why my shit be like, "Brrr," so I can hear that motherfucker that put the extra distortion on top of that bitch. Niggas say, oh, you doing good. No, I needed to hear that motherfucker.
I thought I'd be the first one to go tall with them.
Yeah, no, I done beat my shit to death.
Man, shit, don't even talk about beating the death shit. I have a club session going on when I'm in the bitch mixing this shit. I be straight up party.
Well, that's one thing I like on some real shit though, man. Like when them young niggas be like playing their music all the way to the max of the studio, I can't be in there like that. That shit'll give me a headache. Like I can't listen to it. I can't listen to it loud on music.
No, I can't. No, I can't sit in there. I can't sit in there in repetition and shit. No, oh, they get loud. I leave. You know what I'm saying? But like if I'm mixing some shit,
cranking that bitch.
I'm cranking the knob off that motherfucker. I swear to God. For about a good 10, 15 minutes, just make sure the feeling right. I'm right back to them other motherfuckers.
Man, if you
and then give it Sunday. I'm back up.
Man, on everything I love, man. If you like niggas that rap loud, they listen to their music the loudest. I got dead ass, got some earplugs in my book bag. When my ears start hurting, I put them bitches in. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
Nah, shit, no.
I can talk
Gotta
about
protect your ears.
I rap around them motherfuckers in the car. I'll start off, put them motherfuckers in my ear. Going to where I'm going, right? You know what I'm saying? So the moment I open the motherfuckers up, I'm completely refreshed. I don't hear shit, but what I supposed to be hearing when I'm locked in somewhere.
That's good ass advice for real.
That is.
Like,
So you're wearing earplugs on the way to the session.
Yeah,
That's a nice little reset.
Yeah.
You just
Nice little reset.
close your ears off from all that extra shit. Not saying you can't have a conversation. I'm not like that with them, but when you doing heavy listening, man, shut them hoes down.
No, for real.
Shut them hoes down, man. Open them up when you need them. You know what I'm saying? Especially like you fresh first thing in the morning. That's the best.
Yeah.
But caught in between, I be in the studio. I still have them mothers off about 20 minutes before I release them bitches. You know what I'm saying?
The motherfuckers cranking that shit, them bitches staying in there.
Earplugs talk.
Old nigga shit.
All right, so where can everybody find y'all at? C-Note?
Honorable C-Note. Everything. Twitter, Instagram. Whatever you want to find me, Honorable C-Note.
Absolutely. Peezy?
Man, shit. El Peezo.
El Peezo.
El Peezo. That's where you can find
The legend.
2 E's, 2 Z's.
2 E's, 2 Z's.
El Peezo.
2 E's, 2 Z's.
Yeah. Super dope, man. Any last thoughts y'all have? Anything else y'all want to talk about? Or?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. That was dope.
Man, don't let this shit whoop you. You whoop this shit.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let it whoop you. You know what I'm saying?
You whoop it.
Yes. Kick his ass.
Wake up every day and kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
Every day. And then my pa wanted to play some beats too.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. Hell yeah. So next time, much love, y'all. Yeah.